Heyo there, Groovy Fox here. And I don't know if you guys can tell, but I'm getting super excited to come at you today with this next trailer reaction video for the film Dr. Sleep. Now, there's multiple reasons why I'm excited about this, not the most being that it stars one of my favorite actors, Ewan McGregor. I enjoyed him as Obi-Wan Kenobi in the Star Wars prequels. I enjoyed him in Night Watch. I enjoyed him in Stay. I enjoyed him in Big Fish, directed by Tim Burton. Very versatile actor. I really enjoy him in every role I've seen him in so far. I'm also excited about this film because it is a sequel to The Shining. And it is not just a sequel to the film or the novel, but it is actually a sequel to both the film and the novel, and is going to try to bring both of those worlds together and reconcile the difference between both of the novel and the movie. And I'm mostly excited about this film, though, for this one reason. It is directed by Mike Flanagan, one of my favorite new masters of horror that I've found in the last few years. I've yet to see a film of his that has left me disappointed or just scratching my head wondering, why did I watch this? All of his films that I've seen so far have pretty much been great. Even the Ouija 2, which is actually way better than Ouija 1, so if that lets you know something, there you go. But without further ado, let's get into this video real quick. But before we do, make sure that if you enjoy this video, hit the like button to let me know, and also, maybe if you really like the video, make sure to hit the subscribe button so you know when I'm dropping more groovy content for you here on YouTube. I'm also going to leave a link in the video description to my Twitch channel, where you can follow me and have access to more live groovy content, and watch me play some retro games and some horror game themes as well, and maybe some old JRPGs, because I like a lot of different stuff, and we like talking about movies over there. So come on over if you like the video, if you like the content. There's even more of it where you can interact with me live and in the flesh, digitally speaking. But without further ado, like I said, let's get into this video review, shall we? Hello, hello, is it me you're looking for? Alright. Morning. That's not what he wrote before. School. Huh. Ooh, shit. That's not good. I can tell you that that's not good. You want the clear rum or the brown rum? Definitely not the red rum.
Talk to the kid.
Based on Stephen King's best-selling novel.
You're magic. Like me.
There's no such thing as magic, kid. And he looks really weathered.
I need you to listen to me. The world's a hungry place. A dark place.
Hi there.
I only met 2 or 3 people.
Rebecca Ferguson.
They died.
That's Nell from Haunting of Hill
When I was a
House.
kid, I bumped
Young
into
Daniel
these
Torrance. Ooh. Ooh. Fucking getting goosebumps.
things. I don't know about magic. I always called it The Shining.
This November. Ooh. Ooh. Back of the Overlook. Okay. What? No. Is he gonna see his father's ghost? Ooh. Dude, that's gonna be good. Cliff Curtis. Cliff Curtis is great too. Alright. I'm actually really excited about that movie. Now, I know you don't get to see a lot from the film because this is a teaser trailer, and teaser trailers equal jerk-off marketing tactic, right? They don't actually let you know what to expect from the movie. They're just getting you excited that it's coming out. It's not a full story trailer. It doesn't even give away anything about the plot, and if you didn't know who the characters were, you'd have no idea what's going on. They don't even name any of the characters, so you don't know that that's an adult Daniel Torrance there being played by Ewan McGregor. But what I did see in that trailer are Mike Flanagan's strengths shining through. In Oculus, in Haunting of Hill House, in even Ouija 2. Mike Flanagan actually does really well working with young actors in a horror setting. Child actors, if you will. Teen actors, if you will. Most of his films usually have younger characters in them. I know Hush didn't, but Hush is an isolated slasher film and isn't actually a supernatural film like most of his films tend to be. Now, I first found Mike Flanagan by watching Oculus on Netflix, and he actually seems to do really well on streaming services. He hasn't had a lot of luck with theatrically released films. I know that Ouija 2 was released in theaters, but his film before that, Before I Wake, actually got put on the shelf because they didn't have any confidence in it. And it wasn't his best movie, and I could see why they wouldn't be so confident in it, but it wasn't a terrible movie at all either. Ouija 2 wasn't the strongest film either, but you can tell that it's a film where he's trying to fit into a story structure that was already there. It wasn't something for him to work into from the ground up. And then again, he works with a young actor who he continues to work with in Haunting of Hill House. And then he also works in a different setting, a different time period. Those are the strengths that Mike Flanagan works at. In a lot of his films, he tends to tell stories that are happening in multiple timelines. Between Before I Wake, between Oculus, between House on Haunted Hill, between Gerald's Game. He excels by telling a story in two different timelines and giving you a lot more character development along the way because of it. It's not like he's just adding flashbacks or something like that. No, he's legitimately telling two complete stories while at the same time moving forward in his films. Maybe not so much in Gerald's Game, that was a lot more flashbacks, but in The Haunting of Hill House, in Oculus, definitely, he's definitely telling you two complete narratives that are interwoven to give you a greater picture and give you more depth and develop the characters more. Those are his strengths. The things that I'm worried about this film are studio interference and trying to work in the confines of something that other people have already made. Now, when he did The Haunting of Hill House, he actually mostly went around the book written by Shirley Jackson. There were some elements from the book in the series, but for the most part, it became something that he made entirely his own, and you can't really doubt that. He modernized it, he added more characters, he added more events, and again, he just has that trademark of telling stories that are kind of happening in multiple timelines. And if that's something that gets you a little bit excited because he handles it well, then that's actually the perfect thing to bring into a film like Dr. Sleep. Because not only is it going to have to tell you this story of Daniel Torrance is trying to save this young girl from psychic vampires, it's also going to have to tell you the story of a little bit of what happened in the Overlook Hotel, and also moving forward, how Daniel Torrance got to where he is today. And stories about substance abuse, again, Haunting of Hill House. These are things that he handles really, really well. So, I'm assuming that this is going to be a 2+ hour film, and he's going to have a lot of character development crammed in there, and maybe some interesting scenes. He also, when he approaches horror from a very organic kind of way. His films aren't really full of jump scares. His films generally let you know what's going on and let you experience it with the characters as they're experiencing it. And that's where the drama, the tension, the fear comes from. And I like to refer to that as organic horror. It's not a sharp audio cue and a jolt. It's not a cat scare coming out of a closet. These are actually real scares built on real fears, built on tension that is built from character development, for the most part. These are actually the movies that he excels in. It's why Gerald's Game was so great. The majority of the film is flashbacks and a woman handcuffed to a bed. You know what I mean? There are some light supernatural elements where she sees the Midnight Man. So again, not exactly the best way to compare his films. But all in all, I actually really enjoy most of the stuff that I've seen from him. I really enjoyed Ouija 2, and I didn't even realize that it was Mike Flanagan's film until after I saw it, and then I looked at the IMDb. Now, he also is good when he writes and directs his own film, and I'm pretty sure that he wrote this as well. So his hands are going to be all over this. I really just hope that what happened with Before I Wake doesn't happen to this film, that they see that he is a modern master of tension and fear and horror, and they let him do what he wants to do and let him do what he knows is going to work, because he's proved time and time again that he can bring these kinds of stories from start to finish and make them believable and get you invested in these characters and make you feel bad when things don't work out for them. Oculus is one of my favorite horror movies of the last decade. I know not everyone appreciates it, but I feel like it's slowly building its own fan following. Hush is a great film. Ouija 2, still not bad, way better than the first Ouija film. Again, working within the confines of something that was already made for him. Haunting of Hill House and Gerald's Game, both great films. I'm actually really looking forward to a horror anthology series that he's working on with, I believe it's Netflix, called Midnight Mass. So if he can bring me a series of uninterconnected stories that just focus on different styles and different things that he excels at, man, I'm super excited for that as well. I can't wait to see this film. I'm definitely going to be doing a review for this film. I hope everything holds together on it. I hope me talking about this movie gets you a little bit more excited about this movie, or at the very least, go try to find some of Mike Flanagan's films on some streaming services. I know they're out there. I know he's working really closely with Netflix now, and he's got a good partnership with them. One of the main reasons to still keep Netflix, now that they're losing all the good content, is they're going to be working with Mike Flanagan. They're probably going to have Dr. Sleep on there as well. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to leave some comments in the comment section. Let me know if you're excited for it as well. But always, make sure you guys stay safe, stay classy, but most of all, stay groovy. I think I did myself a disservice after filming this video. Just out of curiosity, I went to Wikipedia and looked at a plot summary for the book Dr. Sleep. It turns out these psychic vampires capture children that show signs of the shinning, don't want to get sued, and torture them because the great pain causes them to release a psychic energy called the steam. So these vampires, which look like homeless people apparently, are trying to get steam from these psychic kids. Hopefully this story doesn't take place in Cleveland. Because the Cleveland steamer. I'm going to hell. See you there!